While scientists are debating global warming, Canadians need to act. This statement can trigger arguments among friends and foes, provided they're concerned about global warming and/or Canada. The statement confronts people with controversy, often leading to heated verbal exchanges. Others blog, Twitter, or write essays for and against global warming and its impact on Canada. Of course, this is only part of what an essay needs to do. Here are the thinking strategies for writing an effective essay. Thinking strategy number 1, hook. Suppose Jim wrote an essay on the effect of global warming on Canada. What is the most effective way of getting me to read his essay about global warming? First of all, he has to grab my attention by answering the question, why would I want to read your essay about global warming? He's done this by telling me that scientists are debating the issue of global warming. This suggests to me that there's uncertainty about global warming. Is it happening or not? Now I need to find out more about the uncertainty. Jim got me hooked. Thinking strategy number 2, thesis. But just what is the issue or thesis? He's telling me that global warming might result in negative consequences for Canadians, and I live in Canada. Now I know why I'm interested in his essay. He's writing about my possible future. That interests me a great deal. I can see why Jim has written an essay and not just a report. He wants to warn me about possible dire consequences for me as a Canadian. I'm ready to read his essay. I want to see his arguments because I have never thought about global warming as having serious consequences for me in Canada. Strategy number 3, pro and con arguments. Now I'm ready to hear Jim's for and against arguments about global warming. I really do want to hear both sides of the argument that scientists are debating. If I don't hear both arguments as presented by scientists, I will be disappointed. I don't just want to hear his opinions. I want to hear about the information presented by scientists. Thinking strategy number 4, elaborate. Don't just give me the general points made by scientists. I want to hear about the detailed facts on both sides of the arguments. In other words, elaborate on the position on both sides of the argument. Convince me if you can. Thinking strategy number 5, conclusion. Since you've done the research on the debate raging among scientists about global warming, I'm interested in your conclusion. It may help me arrive at my own conclusion. I may need to look for more information, or I may accept your conclusion. Notice that I have described the process of writing an essay from the perspective of what readers want to see in an essay. They want an introduction, which will determine whether to read your essay, a body, which presents the pro and con arguments supported by facts, and a conclusion, which may help me arrive at my own conclusion. Remember one thing, focus on the reader. You want the reader to take your argument seriously, to be convinced about your conclusion. Let's read the following essay as well as the analysis that follows, which shows how the writer followed the suggestions I made. Time is running out. While scientists are debating whether the people of the earth should be concerned about global warming, Canadians need to act. This is not said to belittle the debate among scientists. Their research provides vital information. However, since many scientists claim that the global warming trend is likely to have negative consequences, the people of Canada should plan for the future with this information in mind. Why the people of Canada? Many scientists agree that if the atmosphere continues to grow warmer, many regions will experience negative effects. True, some regions will enjoy some benefits. For example, the farmers on the prairies might enjoy a longer growing season. But most Canadians would suffer negative consequences. The Maritimes and the west coast would experience coastal flooding. Arid regions of southern Alberta would turn into deserts, and the permafrost in the Yukon would decay more and more. Skiers would have fewer places to ski in British Columbia, Ontario, and Quebec because of a shortage of snow. The fish migration patterns along the eastern shoreline might change so much that the prime fishing areas may disappear. All these changes together would have a negative impact on the lifestyle of most Canadians. Of course, more research is needed to determine the impact of global warming, but that is not good enough for responsible Canadians. We need to take steps immediately to slow down the global warming trend. Canadians should object more strongly to clear-cut logging in British Columbia. We must change from being one of the highest users in the world of fossil fuels to one of the lowest. This would be a promising start to save Canada as we know it. Not to respond to the threat of global warming would be like ignoring a tornado warning. Let's not wait till this devastation is upon us. Essay format, introduction, thesis. The thesis is stated in introduction. It serves as the focus of the essay. The people of Canada should plan for the future with this information in mind. Con argument, true, some regions may enjoy some benefits. Pro argument, most Canadians would suffer negative consequences. Elaborate, describe. In this essay, the writer chose description as the strategy for elaborating the pro and con arguments. Description is a common way of elaborating. Organization, arrangement in space. Prairies, Maritimes, West Coast, Southern Alberta, British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, Eastern Shoreline. Specific words. Enjoy a longer growing season, experience coastal flooding, arid regions, permafrost in the Yukon would decay, fish migration patterns, prime fishing areas. Conclusion. The conclusion must be based on the arguments as presented. This would be a promising start to save Canada as we know it. There are many other tricks of the trade for writing essays. They are explained in other writing tutorials. Try this. Go to sponsorvillage.ca, click on Writing, and scroll to Writing Essays. Read the essay and complete the template. 2. Write an essay using the essay format to organize and to develop your ideas. After you're pleased with your essay, edit it for grammar to create a reader's draft. If you have any questions about the writing process, send them to askdrotto@sponsorvillage.ca. Enjoy your writing experience.